What's up, YouTube? This is Airborne Sapper comic fan here with. Let's see who text me. See, this is why I can't make videos no more. So what's up, guys? This is Airborne Sapper. I swear that wasn't scripted or anything. That's my work phone. My work phone's always going off. But anyways. This is my con video for Long Beach Con and LA Con. So, I'm finally able to make this. I know Rig put out his video, which was dope. Make sure you check Rigor Mortis video out. Dude, I love listening to Rig's stories. I don't know about you guys, but, like, even if I was there, I was there when he was talking about the stories, but he reminded me of stuff that I even forgot about, you know? So it was just a great video and everything like that. I kind of want to do the pictures that he does. He prints them out and everything like that, but I don't want to bite off his style, so I'm going to just keep on posting them up in my videos and stuff like that. But that's like a genius idea, just to keep them in a book and stuff, and with his label maker, which I still have the same label maker as he does. And I sit, where's my label maker? Hold on. There you go. Here you go. The same label maker as Rig does. And he did a whole tutorial on this stuff, but I still haven't had the time to get the freaking the little film, I guess, for it, and just do my books. So it's just crazy. But anyways, the cons were great. It had some goods, it had some bads, like all cons, you know, like all cons. Everyone who went to cons and stuff, they had some good experiences and bad experiences. So hopefully this is in order, because it's been a while. I know it's been this year, but I had so much going on with this year that I really haven't had the time to make videos. And like I said in all my videos, like, honestly, like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna do no fake stuff and be happy and stuff when I'm upset or some dramas are going on with my life, and do a video. So for those who followed me from the get-go and still hit me up and stuff like that, I really appreciate it. A lot of people, people are still making videos and stuff like that, and I love seeing the classic people on the videos. I'm not gonna say any names because you guys know who you are. But anyways, let's get into this stuff, because it's gonna be a long ass video. Okay, so I think this is from Long Beach Con. I'm pretty sure I separated all my stuff from Long Beach Con. Let me take a breath and breathe, because I'm looking at this crazy stuff. And cheers to Mr. Rigor Mortis. And let's go. So whenever me and Rig meet, we exchange books. It's not something we have planned or something we were like, all right, I'm gonna give you this book, you're gonna give me this book, we're gonna share it in our video. It's just like something we do, you know. I still got some books to give to Rig, but I'm gonna show these books that he gave to me, and it may be from Long Beach and LA, but I remember for sure Long Beach he hooked me up with some books. So he shared this book in his video. Actually, this is a Still Ill. This is a 10th anniversary of Dan Mendoza, Great Dan. 10 years anniversary. So he gave me this book. Awesome. Love it to death. Thank you a lot, Rig. And with the kitty, man, that Kickstarter was bomb, man. I hope you guys were able to get something from it. I can't wait to get my books. I'm happy Rig got some books too. But I can't wait to get my books from him, because I know it's going to be sick. But this is from Dan Mendoza. Have him sign right. He signed it right there. So thanks a lot, Rig. I'm not sure if he gave me this or I bought this, But this is another one from Dan Mendoza. This is Sad Girl Psycho Baby #2. And I just love when Dan does his Still Ill stuff. It's a represent of what he's about. You know what he's brought up, his culture, and you know it's his childhood. It's so dope. I love when artists do that and get away from the mainstream stuff. So this is book #2, and you can see he signed it in pink right here. And I love whenever I get a book from Dan Mendoza, even if so anyone who knows Dan Mendoza knows when he puts his books out, he'll put the first book out and it'll have like this like pink little sticker right here that says like $15, and then he kind of wants you to pick up the books behind it so he doesn't have to keep on telling people, hey, it's $15, it's $20, it's $45. And I'm like, yo, Dan, I'm gonna take this first book because I love to keep this, and like a bunch of my books have this little mark on it. And he's like, oh no, go ahead, Sapper, you're good. She says, so that's the type of dude Dan is. So this is Dan Mendoza, and this book, Rick definitely got me. And oh my, I mean, this book says Rig all over, man. Everyone knows in the community that Rig is a huge Vampirella fan. He loves Vampirella. He loves different artists who works on it, whether it be Mayhew or Perilla. He loves it. So this is like a take on Dan Mendoza's, like right here. This is so sick. I'm not even sure if it's Vampirella, but it just sure in hell it looks like Vampirella. And yep, Vampirella, because I'm looking at the back. But Rig not only gifted me this book, but he also took his time to label that shit. I mean, man, dude, like, just that's awesome. This board will never change. This board will always be in the back of this stuff. Let me read. He said, Comic Elite exclusive Vampirella #1 Dynamite Comics Dan Mendoza cover, 23 or 293 out of 400. That's cool. That's good. That's a good number. I'm cool with that number. Except for Airborne Sapper comic fan from Rig Long Beach Comic Con 2019. Have Dad sign it. It's awesome, man. I just so, and Dan did sign it right there. Just stuff like that. That's why Rig is a shit, dude. That's why Rig is a shit. So that's what we gifted. If I hooked up Rig with some little books, and he hooked me up with his big stuff. So we're playing tit for tat because I got to get him back. But anyway, so going on to the con. So before I get into the books, man. So first of all, when we get into this con, they gave me this sheet of paper. The sheet of paper that was a con book. I was so pissed.
All right, thank you, baby. Oh, Raquel, what's this? Mr. Franklin's lonely. There's only.
Sorry, Daddy.
What do you mean sorry, Daddy? What the hell did you do? Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke?
It was horrible. It looked like basically a menu that you would get from a takeout restaurant from Panda Express. You know, it looked so horrible. It was just garbage, and I was like, there's no feel to this. There's no like, we're trying hard to keep you guys to go to Long Beach Con, and every time Long Beach Con comes up, me and Rig says, hey, it's a con of Dan Mendoza because he's always a headliner for us, you know. So yeah, it was really bad. I know Rick showed it on his thing, and it made me laugh because it was like messed up, and I was like, dang, that's exactly how they probably gave it to Rig. You know, I'm pretty sure I threw mine away because I don't have it. But anyways, so going to the artists, one of the first artists I got signed was Michael. Mr. Michael, he did a couple of stuff. Rig had some Valiant stuff for him, and I had this cover from LA Con last year that I didn't get him to sign that he worked on. So, and if I do have pictures of these artists, they will be posted up somewhere up here. Like I said, I'm not sure what's going on because it's been a while. But this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 74. And just amazing. It's a great cover. I mean, this guy is a great artist. And Rig actually picked up some awesome stuff from this guy. I mean, he actually did a bunch of hip hop covers, homage that I really want. But with his exclusives, if you don't get them, they're gone. They're gone. Sorry, and they're on eBay for like $50 to $100, and I'm not paying that. So the next artist that we met was Logan. So Logan, this is a book that Rick showed because when I picked up this book for myself, I knew that Rig was a huge Gwenpool fan, and I knew the artist was going to be there, so I definitely picked up one for me. But Logan did this awesome cover of Gwenpool number 1 Strikes Back. He signed it in gold right there, and his experience was great. You know, I love him, but he's a huge name dropper. So me and Rig just was wondering, like, you know, how he got into art, and he told us, he was like, well, because he's from Canada, so he said that he had a scholarship for football. He hurt his leg, which Rig talked about, and then his roommate Pratt was just got signed off for Moon Knight, and he was like, oh, you should take up art. So he was like, well, I didn't know anything about art, and he just started drawing, and that's how he got started. But then we started talking about his art studio and stuff, and we were talking about hip hop covers, and I was talking about hip hop covers. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know Mike Del Muno, yo, he was in my art studio, and he was drawing a little." And I'm like, you know, because me being in hip hop covers, Mike Del Muno, I think, is the artist who actually did the most hip hop covers. I think he did like maybe 8 or 7 hip hop covers. So I need to meet him to get him to sign this shit. No, but he was saying, you know, he was in his art studio and he said that he was breakdancing on the side to make some money. And Logan was like, yo, you need to chill out with this breakdancing because you make X amount of dollars doing this breakdancing for showing up. And for a page, you can make this amount. So Mike was like, you know, this pays more. Marvel pays more. You know, so he started doing illustrations for comics and stuff like that. And that's how Logan pulled him into the actual industry, which I'm so happy because his artwork is just amazing. And Rick talked about this too. His wife and his son is just, his wife actually does inking for a lot of comics, and his son, whenever you see him, like, cause this is, I believe, the second time I've seen him before, his son's always sketching. So I think the next time I'm gonna get a commission. I want a commission from all of them because I think that would be a awesome thing to do. Never had 3 people on one piece of art in my book. And speaking of my book, I did have 3 commissions done, and I will show that at the end of the video. So the next book. So Dennis, this guy is the man. He had his family there too. I just love it when artists bring their family there. I don't know. I had to think about that. It's cool, to bring their family there. I wonder if their kids feel like, I can be at home playing, some game on on the Xbox or something. Uh, but Dennis, he was cool. I actually seen him before Rig, and then I went back there with Rig when he came to the con and helped Rigged out. But it was cool because he was because I had my paint pans. Shout out to Rick Mortis. And he was like, "Oh man, these paint pens are cool, man. No one's ever brought me paint pens before, man. These are awesome. These are a genius idea." And I was like, I didn't think about them. I was like, my friend told me about them, and that's how I started doing them. And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, you'll see him later on because he's on his way." And he was like, "All right, cool." I feel bad because he wanted my yellow pen, and I totally forgot to give it to him. I really wanted to give him my yellow pen because I figured that'd be pretty cool. But I totally forgot. He did this amazing sketch for Mr. Rigor Mortis. So please check his video out if you haven't seen it. But let's get in the books that he did for me. So I have this question number 1. He signed it in pink, and like when I was going through these books with my brother, I was like, we were all sorry, still under the weather. But we were all debating which color goes with which book, and we're like, pink goes with this, and maybe white. We were just like, it has to coordinate. It has to coordinate.
I'm trying to impress you. You know that.
I know. Yeah. Now, where'd you get the mushroom shirt? I got to know.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate. Yes,
so, yeah. So we decided pink. We'll go with this one. This is question number 1 that he signed. And I do have DC books. This is Detective Comics number 599. This is an amazing cover. I liked it even before I knew Dennis worked on it. So this is Batman going crazy, and I had to get the green in there. I had to get the green in there. So he signed it in green. It's an amazing book. And I had another one, and I had to get the green in there still. So I had him sign in that. He also worked, I think this is Detective 600. So green just really popped out for me. I was looking at the purple, but it kind of blended in too well into the cover. So I had him sign in green. So this is an amazing cover. And like his pen work is just crazy, like sick, crazy. So this last book actually did a hip hop cover. A hip hop cover, guys. So I'm happy. You know how I am about my hip hop covers. I want to get all the artists who worked on them signed. If I can get the artist who actually did the album, would be crazy. But he actually worked on this Contest of Champions number 1. It actually is a mobile game. I used to play it, but don't play it no more. But he actually did that cover, and he signed it right here. So happy. Contest of Champions. So I had to get him on the actual hardcover of the hip hop covers, and he signed it right there. Not the glare. And it's funny. I love. So it's crazy. So I love when people know about the hip hop and know about what cover they went over. And a lot of artists, they actually do. They actually know what cover that they're homaging to, and they actually do their research, which is amazing to me. Cause I figure they're like, whatever, hip hop cover, rock cover, R&B cover, country cover. I'm just gonna draw it, show me the picture, whatever. Move on to the next thing. But they actually like understand what's going on, and that's gonna be further on to another cover. But he was signing this, and he was signing the actual cover, and he was like, this is a liquid sword cover. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, I do. I actually have all the hip hop covers. He was like, really? He was like, dang. And we were talking about like for a while of like how we both wish how Marvel would continue to do this and how they stopped because of, a couple of things that happened in the industry. I'm not going to go into it, but we were all talking about how we wish they would continue this because it was a small market that people were really interested in to it. I mean, these books really don't go for much, but it's just PC stuff, And he really appreciated that, and he did an awesome cover with the design. And I talked about, if he had to take away some things, he said he really didn't because he did homage covers before, so he knew how close he can come to the actual cover without them or Marvel actually having an issue with it. And he did an amazing cover. If you haven't seen, because this is under my Wu-Tang collection, hip hop covers. If you haven't seen it, go through my files. I'm not that high speed to do a little like, oh look, if you look in the corner, there's a link. I don't do that. But anyways, yeah. So he was really happy with that. He was a lot of artists don't have this book. Like they don't have this issue. They don't have like because he remembers like that sketch and how Bill actually perfect like just added stuff to it because Bill Sienkiewicz actually worked on this cover too. And I wish I had this book when I actually met him, but I didn't. So he remembered a lot of that stuff, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't have this book." And a lot like 3 artists like actually wanted to take these books from me, and I'm like, sorry, like I can't because I got a lot of artists on these. But the next artist. So the next artist, I know that's a lot of talking. Mr. Mike Mayhew. Bam. He signed this Rocket #1. I think it was with Rocket. Yeah, the Rocket #1. He signed it in blue. Rig likes to call him Iron Mike. He's amazing. He's such a cool guy. Love talking to him. I think like with him and like Scott Kablush, like we're like neighbors. Like they recognize me as soon as I come in, and Dan Mendoza too. Like, because I see them every con they go to. Like, I'll get a book from them. I get a book signed. I'll sit there and talk with them. So they recognize me. Like, oh, hey, Chambers. What's up? Or Sapper, But it's cool to just see Dan or Mike. It's one of the artists where, like I remember them when they were doing these bogus cons where no one would go to, and just a remark would be like $25 to $10, just so that they can fill their pockets and fill their gas up when they leave LA. And now that I'm happy that they're being recognized because they're truly talented for what they're doing. So the next artist, see now. So I believe this was in Long Beach. I can't be wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be wrong. But this is Jeff Johnson. And I think Rig actually got Wonder Man signed by him too. But I actually had Wonder Man. I had 2 issues of #1. And me and my brother were fighting through this, picking the colors again. You gotta coordinate. So this is Wonder Man #1. We had this in blue because we figured the blue lights, the highlights on the outside of the pants would be like cool. So we did that. And the next one we had in pink. So I kind of think that pink came out better. I think the pink came out better. Let me see. I really hope this is not my screensaver, but or whatever. But yeah, I think the pink came out better. But yeah, so that's so I think that's everything that I had at Long Beach. Long Beach. All right. LA Con. So LA Con. LA Con was amazing. I still call it my con because Los Angeles. I love LA. From LA. I was born in LA, and it was great. It was awesome. Met up with Rick there too. I had a VIP pass. But the only reason why I always get the VIP pass is not to get ahead of actually to get ahead of the lines on Friday. But they always have exclusive Funko Pops. And if you do not have the VIP pass, you will wait in line in the Hot Topic booth for... Hold on, let me show you this. Rick showed this. But this... I was disappointed in the handout, the pamphlet, because they wanted to save trees. That's their excuse. They wanted to save trees, so they handed out this. Again, this was the Funkos right here. The Venom, what is it? It was Marvel Glow in the Dark Corrupted Venom. Was exclusive at the con. Now, these other ones you can get at Hot Topic. Wasn't worried about them. But the Glow in the Dark was the only one you can get at the con. So, that bad boy right there. So, they handed out this. And the reason why they handed out this was because they wanted to save trees. Bet. Alright, you want to save trees, but you're going to have boxes of these bags to hand out for everyone. Like, really? Boxes of these bags to hand out to everyone. You know, it helped out. It helped me out with Bob's. I'm not gonna lie. But dang, you know. So, like, back to VIP pass. So, if you don't have the VIP pass, let's say you get there. Let's say they open the doors at what time? Let's go back. Let's go back in time. All right. What time do they open it up on Friday? I think 1 o'clock. Rick, are you there? Can you help me? Whatever. I think 1 o'clock on Friday. So you see the Hot Topic in the middle right there. Bam. Hot Topic. If you did not have a VIP pass, you will be in line around here. Up here. And it'll trickle down here. Circle around here. Back and forth. And you'll be in line for like 2 hours for some pops, and you might not get them because they have a limit each day on how many pops they can sell, and everyone's going for the exclusive. Yo, check this out. I was in line with this kid, right? We were talking about the pops. He was asking me because he was there only for pops. So he was like, all right. So he was asking a bunch of questions. You know, how many people are going to be in it? What's the limit? You know, we were like, you know, they did this last year. They did this the year before. So we hope they don't change. And we're, you know, giving them, you know, info. He was like, all right, this is my first time being there. So he was like, where do I run? I was like, yo, look, follow me. I'm like 6'3", 6'4". No one's going to block me. You know, I'll be your linebacker. I'll be your blind side. Just run behind me. We're good. He was like, cool. So the doors opened up 30 minutes prior. We ran to the Hot Topic. Bam! Straight left. Right when the aisles open up, we turned left. Hot Topic. We were like the first 15 people in line. He was like, all right, cool. They were like clipping let me see. So if you see on my badge, I'll take it off for you guys. They were clipping the first day they would do a clip and be like, once you get your limit, you're done. You don't have any. You can't get any more pops. So he actually got his limit. Clip, bam, pops. I was like, dude, have a nice day. He was like, oh, thanks for the assist. I was like, no problem. So I was so for the con's still not open to the public. I was walking back and forth looking for these exclusives. Couldn't find them. The booth said they were somewhere, but they were somewhere else. I was literally going from one end to the con to the next end to the con. And I ran back into him. I was like, what you doing? He was like, oh, man, I just went downstairs. I bought a Friday pass. I'm about to wait in line for some more pops. Sorry. I was like, really? Like, you want some pops that bad? He was like, yeah, got to get these exclusives. I was like, you know what? Hands off to you. Do what you got to do. So, yeah, that was my beginning of the LA Con. But it was funny to just run into him and know that he bought a 3D pass, got his pops, went back outside, bought a Saturday pass just to get more pops. But yeah, it's crazy. So let's go back to the artist. So the first artist I went to go see, Mr. Smith. He was awesome. He's an artist that you will love to meet. Any people, any person who goes to cons, loves to meet artists, it's a love and hate relationship. Because you'll wait online because he's talking to everyone and he's telling his stories and he's telling stuff that he really doesn't say on camera, but he's just like venting. But when you get your turn, he tells you stories and you ask him a question and he'll be like, you ask him, hey, how are you doing? Oh, well, today I'm good, but yesterday, let me tell you about, I had to talk to this chief executive of Marvel because he wanted me to do, and he'll go into all of this, but you love to hear this because you don't hear it from the press, you don't hear it from, his media, but in cons, he'll just lash out on what's going on. So I met Mr. Smith. He actually did a couple of covers. He was promoting this zombie cop. And it's a book. And he was telling me, so he actually does the Reyes Ghostwriter. And he does all the art for the whole series. And he was telling me how this actually came before the Reyes Ghostwriter. And how he was actually writing this character as Ghostwriter. And then Marvel came to him wanting him to do Ghostwriter, and he was like, all right, cool. He just took some stuff from this comic, and actually put it in Ghostwriter. But he went in the whole thing about how he was happy with the Ghostwriter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and how some of the directors came to him and some of the actor came to him and talked to him about how to portray the character, and he was very happy about that because a lot of artists or actors don't even do that to the artist or the creator. So he was really cool with that. He was like, it sucks that it got canceled and everything like that, but he was cool because he actually did some manga over in Japan. And man, one of the guys I was with, he was an upcoming manga artist. So he was asking him questions about how to do business and what would he, where would he go and stuff. And he started talking this whole story about his life in Japan and, how his first executive director was actually a catalog salesman for fashion, and then they moved him to the comics. And he was just going on about just just crazy stuff, and it was cool because you would have never known, but he was just like sharing stuff like that. So like, and for me to get these books signed, I was in there for 45 minutes just listening to him talk. But it was cool because he was just being an actual person and not being on his high horse, like whatever, sign it and bounce, And I prefer that when it comes to artists. So, with that being said, I did have him sign this Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider #1. And we were talking about this forever. This cover. He was honored actually to do this cover by Cypress Hill because he grew up listening to them. He was a big fan. And we were talking about hip hop covers, and he was like, "Oh, actually, got to meet some of the group members from Cypress Hill." And we were talking about. I was like, he asked me, "Have I met anyone?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not that big. I don't go to concerts like that, and go to front row." But I did talk to him. I met Redman and stuff like that. He was like so hype. Showed him a couple of pictures of my collection and stuff like that. So he was really cool, and he was happy about that. So I had him sign this. So this is another one chalked off on the Marvel Hip Hop cover, and I actually had him sign this right here. If you can see it, right there, bam. So he was an awesome guy. Enjoyed talking to him. He actually seemed sincere of what was going on. And hopefully I get a chance to meet him again. So the next artist I met, me and Ray actually met this guy together. Again, Iron Mike. Mr. Mike Mayhew. This is the time Rig was talking about. I think this is the con that Rig actually got his remark done. I'm not going to talk about it. If you haven't seen his video, go check his video out. Awesome remark done. I wish I would have had it covered to do a remark on, but I didn't. But I just love his mystique. I love his just covers, just so sick. So I had him do Mystique right here with the paint pens. Like Rick said, he's really getting used to the paint pens, so it's just awesome. There he is. I showed Rick this book. He was like, "Oh man, you should get that in blue." I think I was gonna get it in red, but my coronation was off, so I got it in blue, and it turned out perfect. So Rick was right on that. So this is Lady Rahai and Lady Zoro. It's an amazing cover. I believe this is #1. Yeah, #1. And that blue just turned out perfect with that. I think like Dan Mendoza, Mike Mayhew, and maybe Scotty Young, I have the most books signed by. But Mike's always cool. He's always great. I actually want to try to get a commission by him, but I know that's going to be so maybe like in 2 to 10 years I might have it done. But yeah. So this next cover. So this was one of the con exclusives that I was searching high and far for at the beginning of the con when I ran into my friend. But I finally found it, and it was a Jay Lee Bloodshot #1 exclusive for the con. And Rig had this idea. He was like, you should have them printed. But me and Rig was talking, and when me and Rig gets to talking, I totally lose thought of what we were talking about before, and I was keeping up with the conversation that we're having right now. So when we got to Jay Lee, he actually signed these first two in his normal signature. I had him sign in silver. So this is Bloodshot #1. So it was exclusive. I think it was like 1 in 25, or 1 in actually 1 in. There's only 250 printed, and they have the COA. right here. Oh, 500. So 500, only 500 copies sold. So, and here's the CLA for this one. Had him sign this one right here. So by the second time, I got this, and this is a 1 in 500 copies too. Rig was like, "Hey man, have them printed out. It'll look better." And I was like, "Damn, you're right, dude." So I had him sign in red. If you remember on Rig's video, the cover with the snake, he just had it signed right there. And it just looks awesome. It looks awesome. So I advise, if you ever see Jay Lee, have him printed out like that. Here's another one that I had. It looks it's so sick. Look so sick with Jay Lee just printing out like that. Looks dope. So the next booth that I bought the Jay Lee exclusives was David Barnes. And he actually did a couple of these just sick Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle covers, and I had to get him. And he was a cool guy. I actually was gonna get a commission from him, but I totally forgot. But he was actually a cool guy. To me, I think these are 1 out of 700. So this one, so I had him. So this one right here, this is a new Ninja Turtle. The glare is killing me. Santa right there in blue. And then you have the certificate right there. So I got 2 of them. And the shirts right here. And I also got this blue one. And this is 700 too. I think I wish I would have got yellow on here. I think yellow would have been good. But it was Friday. I didn't have Rig with me. I didn't have my bro with me. So I made a choice by myself, and it was the wrong choice. But yeah. See, that's why it's cool to have people with you. To let you know when you're messing up. Dude, you're messing up. The next artist we had to me was the first time for me. I believe first time for Rig. I'm not too sure. Mr. J.R. Jones, man. He was cool. He was so cool, man. He was, honestly, whatever you think about an Italian, that's him. I feel like he should have a role on Goodfellas. Like, he was such a cool guy. Maybe Jersey Shore, have a guest appearance on Jersey Shore, but he was so cool. Like Rick said, he was signed. He's like signed 3 for free or something like that. And if you had doubles, then he'll, you have to talk about it because you probably think you're gonna flip it. Remarks was super cheap, and just it was just crazy. So my first 4 that I had for him was these books I picked up a long time ago. This is a Daredevil, Man Without Fear. I picked up the whole set, so I kind of wish I would have had them signed in different colors. But again, I was by myself. I didn't make the right decision. So that's 1. This is 2 right here. This is 3. Man, that would have been bad in red. This is 4. I don't know if you can see it. Where's it? Right here. So that's 4. Every time I look at these, I'm upset because I didn't pick the right color. So these are on the second day. That was on the first day. The second day, I had my people with me. I had Rig and I had my bro with me. So he was like, "Yo, you need to get some color on this." But this is another cover that he did was awesome. I really like it. This is Iron Man. Invincible Iron Man number 150 is Iron Man Doctor Doom. And I had him sign it in yellow because I had people with me. They had my back. And be like, yo, you need to get that in yellow. And I was like, yo, you're right. I feel like I have my Louise with me because I'm sitting there like Hank Pym, and Louise was like, "Yo, you need to do this, blah 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 blah." Anyways, I had him sign. So I'm a huge fan of the frame covers. Hip hop frame covers. But he actually worked on this Uncanny X-Men number 211, which is a Wolverine cover homage, and I had him sign it and actually do a remark on it. So he signed it, bam, and did an incredible remark on it. So I have plans for this book, but it's an amazing thing to have him do. So I'll put that right there. And then I also sorry. I also had him. He also did a Black Panther book, and gotta do a Black Panther book. African American alert. African American alert. I got you. No, Black Panther JR. Awesome cover. Really enjoyed it. So he just killed it with his remark. This Black Panther remark. So really happy to have him do that. That's an amazing cover. Amazing cover. Next, the man Scotty Young. I'm really happy. Actually, Scotty Young. This is the second year in a row that he actually went to LA Con. Try to roll the dice. No luck with the sketch. It's funny because a couple of my friends, I ran a couple of my friends there, and I guess on Friday, he had like a 3-hour window for signings, and on Friday he didn't do the dice. So I was in line, and my friend was like, "Yo, are they rolling the dice? Are they rolling the dice?" And I was like, "Yeah, he gave the dice out." He was like, "All right, cool, I'm waiting in line because yesterday he wasn't doing the dice, so I want to get a sketch." And I'm like, "All right, cool." But yeah, so I tried to roll the dice, no luck. My brother tried rolling the dice, no luck. But one day I'm gonna get a sketch from you, Scotty Young, and not on Instagram. But yeah. So I have these books that I'm a big fan of Scotty Young. I love his artwork, and I'm not too much of a fan on his kitty work because I know that he can just blast it with some real stuff. So I have him. He did this run with this kind of like Deadpool, kind of like Cable and Deadpool, but scratched out run. And he did a bunch of artwork on that. So this is right here. This is amazing cover by Scotty Young. He was cool with the paint pens, and it sucked because I haven't signed so many books. Because whenever you meet Scotty Young, he's cool. He knows he does a lot of artwork. He knows his artwork is out there, so he knows you're going to have like 10 books for him off the top. So he's like the first, I think like 5 or 6 free, and then you have to pay. But he was cool with the paint pens. He was jamming his music, drinking his drink. He was like, yeah, just signing and just like he was going to work. It was awesome. Talking to him and stuff like that. This next one is Cable and Deadpool, number 41. Another just some like this crazy Scotty Young artwork. Had him sign that in silver. So just sick, man. Just sick. This next one he wrote. This is Deadpool number 5. This is the Cabbage Patch cover. Had him sign that in pink. So that's the cover. I know you can't see that, but bam, that's his signature right there. I kind of wish he would do a better signature, but I know he signs maybe per con. What, 500? No. Maybe I'll say 400 books a day. 400 books a day? Because I've seen people with long boxes for him. So 400 books a day per con. He goes there 3 days. We're looking at like 1,200 books. Damn, man. So I understand him. So this is another one. This is a Fantastic Four in Deadpool. Scotty Young variant, 46. We were in the long lines, me and my brother, so we had time to figure out which color we wanted to. So that would be a badass cover right there. Like, yeah, that cover right there. That'd be dope. So this is Brother Voodoo in Deadpool. This is number 48. We had him sign that in green right there. This is the artwork that I love Scotty Young in. This type of stuff. I kind of wish he would do more artwork like that. But at the same time, I know that people wouldn't dig it. So the last artist that we're going to talk about, man, oh man, did I mess up? You know what? I don't care to tell you guys when I mess up or when I say something stupid. If I say something stupid, it's probably going to happen. But I actually gave him the wrong book to sign. A book that he didn't even work on. It was a Alex Cooper book, but I thought he worked on it, but he did not because it was the variant cover. And it looked so much like David Mack's work. And he was so cool about it. He was so cool about it. He was like, "Oh man, this is a badass cover," but I didn't work on it. He was so cool at it, man. And I really appreciate it because he didn't make me feel like an idiot. He didn't make me feel like I was like, didn't know what I was talking about, which I didn't. He could have just hammered me into the ground and made me feel like some lint, but he didn't. So for that, man, I respect the hell out of him, man. And my bad. If you ever get a chance to meet David Mack, one of the things that I was surprised the most at is his line never was crazy long. And he did such beautiful artwork. And I know his commissions are, talk about like 10 years trying to pay that shit off. But his artwork is just amazing. So I did have some actual books that he worked on. And I'm happy that I had him to sign it. He was so cool with using the paint pens and everything like that. This is Alias number 2. Right here. This one right here is Alias number 26. It's an awesome cover he did. Had him sign it in purple. Jessica Jones number 14. Just killing it. I mean, the book Rig sign. Had him sign, man. I wish I had that book. I was looking all over for that book. eBay wanted too much for it. I didn't have it in my back haul. I didn't have it anywhere. But I'm so happy Rig got into it, and it was just crazy. It was crazy. So, David Mack. David Mack, man. David Mack is a Mac. He actually did a hip-hop cover, which I was so happy. Like, as soon as I seen his name on the list, I was like, I know he did a hip-hop cover because I remember it. I researched it. I have this list. I know once the artists pop up, I know who did the hip-hop cover. So he did Rocket number 1, which was an homage to a tribe called Quest. And he killed it. You can see like David Mack on the cover, and you can see the album cover on the cover. It's so sick. This is one of the covers I've never covered it before, but he was like so close, and he did an amazing job. So right here, had him sign in purple. This is Rocket number 1. Killed it. And I also had him sign this cover. of course, the hardcover. Bam. So it was funny because, like, I swear, the artists, they don't get this. They don't get these sketches. So he was like, as soon as he seen it, it's like he remembered all of this. So he was telling me, he was like, "Oh man, this was a Tribe Called Quest, and the way they had the art, they had a little duo holding the gun, and at first I wanted to put Groot there. At first I wanted to put Groot there, but it didn't look right, so I changed it to Rocket, and that's where they get the actual rocket from." And then he was like, "Yeah," and they had wanted signs for this art, like this person. So I changed it to Rocket, and he was like going in depth in it. He was like, "Oh man, I honestly never listened to a Roots album, but as soon as I was working on this art, I flipped the album on and I started drawing, and then their lyrics, and I felt them, and that's like one of my favorite groups now." And it was just amazing how, like not Roots, I'm sorry, Tribe Called Quest, but it's funny how Tribe Called Quest influence like an artist to actually do this, and it's just amazing. I really had fun talking to him. Hopefully, I get to see him again. I actually end up getting a couple of prints from him, and these are just amazing prints. These are just amazing prints from David Mack. So he was cool with that. Before I forget, Rig did hook me up with his book. Actually, he hooked me and my brother up with his book. He was talking about it for a minute, and right now I'm actually pulling the chambers off of this book because I read it, and I'm putting it on the back because I want to keep this. But this is a book this Mike Mayhew just went to work on. And man, I hope you guys read this. This is a great story. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I did wait in line for Hot Topic. Actually got a couple of pins. LA Con exclusive right there. Some Venom. The Ghost Rider. And another Venom. And I actually got the Glow in the Dark Con exclusive. I got one. I got two. And I got three of them. There you guys go. Three. So you guys know I'm not doing some bogus magic trick on them. I have plans for them. I know what I'm going to do with them. So I'm happy to have them. I also got some prints for the wife. For my wife. My lovely wife. I've seen them before. I know how much she's a huge Disney fan. I'm a Disney fan too. As soon as I seen him, I was like, oh, I got to get him. I seen him at, I think, let's see, Anaheim. But I did not pick him up. And I showed her the picture, and she was like, why you didn't pick him up? So this year, I made sure to pick him up. So first, I'll show you. So this one, this is a print from somewhere else. So I got this Miles Morales, Baby Spider-Man. You know he's a tagger, but he's a kid, so he's tagging with chalk. And Wonder Woman riding a tricycle. Invisible tricycle. Wink, wink. And then next, I've got this. This is a Disney mix of sports. So this is awesome. If I can get a commission, I talked to Rig about this, about how I want them, Rig and my bro, about how I want to get a commission from them. But I don't know if it's possible. I don't know how much they charge, but it'll be sick. I have an idea. But yeah, so this is I believe, or so this is Bell rocking the Kobe jersey. That's sick, man. That's sick, dude. These guys are genius. So yeah. So the second one, I'm gonna show you this real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it out because I want to show the other one. So they gave me this for free. This is Ariel crying in the red sock. That's dope. That was dope. But this is the main one. This is the main one. This is the one that drew me to their attention. I was like walking past, I'm like, whoa! I gotta get this. This is LA, baby. Yeah, take it in. This is dope, man. Man, oh man, this is dope. So, let me see. I told you guys this is a long video, man. I told you this was a long video. My homeboy, one of my friends that I play Pokemon Go with. And yes, I play Pokemon Go, so forget y'all. Dracil is cool with that. No, really. One of my friends in my community that I go walking with and stuff and hunt Pokemon and whatever, he told me that we were talking about an EX raid that was going on the weekend of the con, and he was like, "Oh man, I don't have a pass. I have a pass, but I'm not gonna be able to make it. Do you want to invite?" And I was like, "Nah, man, because I'm gonna be in LA." He was like, "Dang, I'm gonna be in LA too. I can't make it." And he was like, "Well," I was like, "What are you gonna be in LA for?" He said, "I have the con to go to," and I was like, "LA con?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the? You gonna be there?" He was like, "Yeah, me and my friends got a booth," and that's what we started talking about. He was like, "You got a booth?" He was like, "Yeah." So my friend, he does the online and the server setup for his friends. All these friends that grew up together, and they invented a card game called Zombies and Unicorns. And I was like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "That's cool. I'll be in LA. I'll stop by, pick up some stuff for you guys to support you." He's like, "Nah, you don't have to." And I was like, "Nah, I want to." So I picked up a pack from him. This is like the card game right here, Zombies and Unicorns. And here's another pack right here from the LA Con. And this is a mat that you actually play the game in. I'm gonna do a video to support my homeboy. But it was pretty cool meeting the artists, meeting the creator. Rig was there. Rig even picked up something, so it was pretty cool to just support him and help him out and stuff like that. It's surprising that he had a booth. He actually collects comics and stuff like that. He showed me pictures with him and Jim Lee, and he had a sketch from Jim Lee, and I'm like, I was mad. I was hating for a second. I was hating for like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. I was hating for 5 seconds. But yeah, he would collect comics. It's weird because we see each other for Pokemon Go for a little bit, maybe 3 hours, and then this whole relationship just blossomed about comics. We've been talking to each other ever since then. But hopefully I get a chance to do a video, more details on that. And he's a pretty cool guy. Next? What next? What do I have next? So I have a couple of things I picked up over there. I didn't pick up that much books. Really, I was doing a lot of getting signatures. I wasn't really in the mood to dig into some books. I digged in books with Riggs. D'Angelo had some books I really wanted, but didn't want to just pick them up. I don't know. I wasn't really in the mood for it. But some of these books, so these are the books I found. And it was like it's a $4 bin. The guy had a $1 bin, $2 bin, and $4 bin. So I picked up this. This is first appearance of Sinister. First appearance of Warpath, New Mutants number 18. Also, Killer Bill Singwich cover. First appearance of Magic, New Mutants 14. So all these were like $4. First appearance of Domino, right here. This is one of the books. I think this was a $1 or $2 bin. Deadpool Max number 9, right here. $4. First appearance of Jubilee. You know, this book's been going down pretty much, but with Disney having rights again, I figured this would be a great way to pick it up. This is another copy. I believe I have this copy. This is Deadpool number 51. This is the first appearance of Kid Deadpool. A nice DC homage to First Robin, I think. This is Terminator number 1. I believe this is the first Alex Ross cover work. I never had it, but I seen people post it, so I decided to pick it up. Sam Pratt Wolverine number 85. It's an awesome cover. So just had to pick this up. This is Deadpool, or not Deadpool, I'm sorry, New Mutants number 100. Second printing, I believe. And Beavis and Butthead number 1. Got 2 of them for $1. So I think that's all the comics. So I actually did get a chance to meet Kevin Smith for the first time. Kevin Smith was out there. He actually got honored with the Hot Topic Icon Award, the first one. And I'm a huge fan of Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith since he was Kevin Smith. You know, even in if you guys don't know this about me, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So every Christmas, and it's about that holiday, that time of the year, I watch Die Hard. I really think Die Hard is the best Christmas movie ever. Huge Die Hard fan. Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, and then Die Hard 3. Samuel L. Jackson killed it. Die Hard 4. Kevin Smith was in there. I was like, whoa, are you serious? Yeah, Kevin Smith in Die Hard. I just shocked me. So Hot Topic was having this promotion where you buy a shirt and you get to meet Kevin Smith. And Jason was supposed to be there too. But he actually was sick and he didn't show up. So it was only Kevin Smith. I really wanted to get him to sign it. I was hoping to get to see if I can sneak and get him to sign it, but he was just so cool. You know, honestly, he was so cool. He was giving people hugs. He had his handler. He had 2 handlers. He had one handler to take your bags if you had one. One handler to take multiple pictures. Multiple pictures of you with him. Because Kevin Smith is a true fan. He knows what it's like to wait in line for 2 hours and take one picture with a guy and it might come out bad. So he takes multiple pictures with you because he was like, if I take 5 pictures with you, one of them is going to turn out great. So he does these poses. And it's awesome. You know, I was like, you know what? I hope Jason feels better. He was like, oh man, thanks, man. You know, and then we started. He's like, yeah, he was sick. His kids got sick, and I was like, talking to him. So you know, we'll just stay home. We were talking about it for like 3 minutes, and everyone else was like 1 minute. It was cool. I felt a connection, but Kevin Smith is cool. I really hope I get a chance to meet him again. He was just awesome. He was awesome. He was. You can tell that he's been through the ringer. He's been through the ringer, so he knows. He knows how it feels to wait in line to get signatures and to talk to people and the stories he tells. And if you don't watch his YouTube where he gets emotional about like stuff, it's not him faking. It's him on a real basis. But anyways, that was like one of my highlights to meet Kevin Smith. Commissions. Let's dig into this. Let's dig into the commissions. Alright, so check it out. What I got? 3 commissions? I think I got 3 commissions. So let's take an overview of what I got in my book. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's go straight to commissions. It's been a long video. I know you guys are tired. Let's get into it. But I'm gonna go in my order. So, again, hold on. Before I get into this, shout out to Riggs. Thanks a lot for not posting my commission on your video. If you did, dude, I wouldn't even sweat it. I would be cool. Riggs seen it. It was a pleasure. But thanks a lot for thinking about not doing it. So my first commission. This guy was cool. He was chilling. I was looking for someone to do a second commission on my book for, I think, LA Con. And I seen his Hulk, and I was like, cool, I like the Hulk. Black Widow's okay. But I was like, can you do a Hulk? And he was like, yeah, I can do a Hulk. But he added a Black Widow. So the Black Widow, the face is kind of weird, but I love how he did Hulk. So let me show you this first commission. Bam. So like I said, like his line work and his shading is just crazy. I could have done without the Black Widow. She kind of looks like a transvestite. But yeah. The Black Widow is cool.
Jay, bro, you give me out a card?
Yeah, I got you. So the next commission I had done was by Scott Koplesh, and man, I see him so much. It's like he's my next door neighbor. I should call him Wilson. You know. But I had him do a Deadpool cover with the thumbs going back. I think it was at Free Comic Book Day in Manhattan Beach, Comic Bug, I believe. And I had to finish it at Long Beach Con. I believe it was Long Beach Con. But this is a finished product. Right there. He actually did Galactus Pool. So it was pretty dope. I was really happy with him doing that. Man, he's just amazing. I really love when he works on my book. So the next one, this is the one I had Aver do, and Rig didn't show it on his video, which thank you again, Rig. I really appreciate it. He's a very vibrant artist. He uses a lot of colors, and I just had to pick. Like, I was like going through a bunch of stuff with Rig, with my brother. I was thinking about, what to use, who should I use, because I'm only using like one character per page. So once I use the character, he's scratched even time period character, whether it be like if I use classic Wolverine and then I use Weapon X Wolverine, that's a different character, but so we decided on Doctor Strange because with the colors of Doctor Strange and the spells and everything, it'll be perfect for him. So, bam, right there. I mean, he just did an awesome job with this. This is just sick. Killer. I definitely want to get another commission from him. I gotta think of something else I can use him for, or another character. But he just killed it. He just really killed it. The last commission is Dan Mudafasa Mendoza. And with Dan, whenever I work with Dan, I work with Dan. Who am I? Who am I? Whenever I give, sorry, whenever I give Dan a project, I think something that he's gonna like, something I'm going to like, and that's what I do with all my guys. If I give them a character, that's one thing, but if I give them a goal to go off of, or something to portray, that's something that I try to get both of us both of us to do. You know, let's say Dan wasn't a DC guy. I'm not gonna say, can you do a Psycho Baby doing a homage to Superman carrying Supergirl, in his arms, because I know that he's not gonna enjoy that as much because he's not a DC fan. So I'm gonna think of something that we both like. So I know he's huge into hip hop. He's huge into the West Coast. So, and I was talking to Rig. I was talking to my brother about this. This is another thing. So whenever I get a sketch done or anything, I have any questions, I talk to people. Because I know they're going to give me that stupid or, don't do that or do it this way or something like that. They're going to be real with me. But if you guys don't know, and I know Cholula can represent for this, the classic Death Row vibe cover with Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Tupac. And I wanted that just symbol, that look, that just, we're here. We're here look. And I told Dan the reason why I want this is because I know he's branching out from not Dollface, but Zombie Tramp. He's getting away from Action Labs. He's doing his own thing. So I wanted that to be his, yo, check it out. I'm here. I'm Dan Mendoza. I'm doing my own stuff. Because he's done so much for Action Lab, and he has all these characters that are killer. Kitty, Sugar Pop, Psycho Baby, and the third one, Cave Girl. I was like, me and Rig helped me with that, and we were thinking about how to position the ladies and how it fits and character. It was a lot of thought going on in this. It wasn't like, draw me this and that's it. But Dan put in the work and did it, and it was amazing. I kind of want to rip this off my book and frame it. Sorry, but I'm not. But thank you, Dan Mendoza, and this is the last thing I have to show you guys. Thank you for everyone who's been patiently waiting and watching this video while I'm coughing and slurring and stuff like that. Thank you a lot. Thanks, Dan Mendoza. Bam. And he just killed it. Killed it. So that's everything I got. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace out. This is Airborne Sapper. Take care. Thanks a lot, Reg, and my bro, for helping me out on this video.